better my outward view, as many maidens would be.
Good everyone, welcome back to Not in My Lifetime channel for a normal City stream today. Obviously, big up everyone for all the support on the Tabo charity for the last couple of weeks. Obviously, when we announced it as well, big up to everyone for supporting that. Obviously, today we're back to normal standard proceedings today, but big up everyone. But what to say before we start? Big up for support, and we'll definitely we'll let you know soon on the part 2 of that. We're still working on that right now. For both of us right now, obviously, and to be fair, it's been almost a week since that happened. So give him a little bit of a break, mate. A little bit of a break because on Monday
I'm still recovering.
yeah. So it will come soon. Trust me. As soon as we both got a bit of time, but especially for Christmas, we'll get it ratified and announce it. Probably announce it in the new year, I reckon, because I think we both can agree as well. This time of year is busy.
This time of year is mental.
So
right the way up until Christmas now, I've got things on like most days.
Yeah. So look, it is what it is. But trust us, though, there will be something coming soon on part 2. Obviously, how everyone can sort of donate as well. But yeah, I think everyone will all support on that. Amazing work, everyone. Now on to our football club, because our football club, meanwhile, as great as they've been supporting us, supporting yourself, obviously, in the initiative we've been doing on the pitch. I mean, it has been terrible. We've won the last 2 games after losing a game before that. However, the heart rate hasn't been good. The heart rate has been quite all over the place the last 2 games. I mean, obviously, you've been on LB's obviously panel show, obviously post Fulham. Obviously, I've been sort of. I'm a Cooney way last night at the game last night. Yeah, at the moment, mate, we're winning games. We're scoring goals without Haaland most of the time now, which is actually quite good. However, the midfield and the defence have lost their heads. Not our keeper, by the way. I'm not doing this. Our keeper's not the issue for me. Our defence and our midfield have lost the plot recently because, honestly, Leeds and Fulham, who, bear in mind, I'm not saying they're bad teams, but obviously Leeds beat Chelsea 3-1. So not a bad team, Leeds, and neither are Fulham.
Yeah.
But to concede the goals we did, and the way we did it as well, it's quite baffling, to say the least. And, obviously we'll get the positives a little bit, but it's very you're throwing as well. Oh, just me then. No worries. It'll back in a bit. No worries. But it's been a mad couple of games. It's been a mad couple of games. Obviously, heart rate hasn't been sort of settling very well. But unfortunately, this club, as we know, this club doesn't make it easy for us to say. It makes it easy for us to support. Always have to sort of go through the ups and highs and lows. Obviously, and the intensity of games more extreme than others, but it is what it is. Big up Adam. Yes, boys. Big up Adam. Hope you're doing good, mate. Big up Dash. Says everyone. First, like, subscribe. Big up, mate. As always. Yep, subscribe if you do. We're about 11 subs off. It's 1.3k now. We were 8 subs off, but 2 subs here and now. Obviously, we've gone. But YouTube is what it is. Some will stay, some will go. Is what it is, But I'm sure we'll get back up there at some point. I don't mind me but I'll drop the Samaritans links for everyone that's up freaking, mate. Completely all for that, mate. Completely fine. As someone who actually used mental health services themselves a couple of years ago, I know obviously how important it is to sort of get support out there, people out there who need it the most. So I'm all for that, mate. Yeah, of course. Share it in the description, mate. Obviously, and sort of to anyone who needs any support, obviously, and isn't sure how to sort of say anything. Follow that link, obviously, that Dash put there. If you're able to get some help for yourself. But yeah, big up Dash, that mate. Much appreciated, mate. Big up Nick, mate. I've been doing good as well. Big up Sarah as well. All right, just go back normal Tuesday way and so mate, I couldn't believe it. 5 goals up. Obviously, we'll talk about Leeds as well, but 5 goals up against Fulham. 5-1. The game, like it should have been done. It should have been done. It should have been sorted. I'm not saying teams can come back into the game. Of course they can, but sorry about got a bit of a cost still. The time of year and that kind of stuff. So I'll try and sort of keep it as minimum possibly can. But still covering blood. still recovering a little bit, but it should have been simple after. It should have been a simple game after that. It should have been a routine win. You see it game out. No need to go for it too much. You scored 5, which should be enough to win a game anyway. and then what? You just give the ball away so cheaply for like 5-2 immediately, then 5-3, and also it's 5-4. If you give Mike, God, we're drawing a game 5-all, and we almost did. Like, we can't keep doing this. It's not sustainable long term. At some point, this team's got to start being able to settle games quicker than that, and also make sure that we see games out in a much more efficient way, rather than doing it the way we're doing right now, because it's nowhere near good enough and nowhere near a level where we should be. It's too deep. Yeah, well, that didn't help much, but also didn't help was the actual no closing down either. Like, no closing down at all in that regard. Did he go top too early? I would say I understand why he took him off, but also understand what I understand what took him off because a 5-1 up should be it. But I think if you haven't got anyone on the bench to come on and sort of be a like for like option, I probably would leave Nico on a bit longer just to ensure the game. So I probably would have said try and get a 6, which is crazy to say that, but it probably should have been more anyway on the other day. But yeah, I don't know. It's a but yeah, but. Yeah, I think for me, he should have gone on a little bit longer. But I get why Pep brought him off though. But again, you can bring Nico off, bring someone on like for like anyway, with his Wi-Fi. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, I know he's obviously making food at the same time right now, so he'll be a bit in and out. But he will be obviously in back shortly. Honestly, is the Leeds for them? It should be about 15 years. Oh my god, mate, I know. I mean, was it the Villa game I went to it in 2022 and we won the league, obviously, in the last day? That is about 20, 30 years. So, you know what I mean? Like, these last 2 games, honestly, have been too intense for my liking. I'm not saying you can't, not any team, any team in this league can beat anyone on the day. Of course they can. But just the way we've sort of dealt with the game recently just has been nowhere near good enough. And also just way too crazy and way too intense. So, it's got to be, it's got to be better. Done better than that. It's like it's just we've got to start managing games better. We got to. It's too intense right now. It's too intense. Than it needs to be. I just feel like we're just at a point where if we're not careful, we'll end up dropping points like that, 1-1, or losing the game at Newcastle. Like we can't do this much longer. At some point, we've got to start managing games better than what we're doing. Big up Rosa, big up Alfred, big up Al for the rain as well. Big up Al as well. Much appreciated. Obviously, on the show yesterday, we usually do on a Thursday discuss this as well. I live in a country where weather. Yeah, I know it's terrible, isn't it? Well, yeah, lucky for you, but not for me. It's not. But he was getting coughs and cold. Honestly, it's a nightmare. But yeah, just this season has been really just a real. I just watched a documentary. Yeah, no, it's very good, isn't it? It's a very good documentary as well. I mean, it's I'm surprised. I know why they didn't do one last year, but it'd been very interesting to have seen last year's season behind the scenes. But I get why they wouldn't do it, obviously, for PR related stuff. But I would love to have seen that behind the scenes stuff. The way we were playing is sustainable. Yeah, so do I, Sarah. So do I. It's not sustainable long term. Like as much as we're getting 5 goals, which is great, and that's what we should that's what we should be doing. We can't be conceding the goals that we're conceding right now. Like the Leeds game. Oh, so is he right? Hold on. Yeah, fair enough. If you know what I'm looking at right now, Bevo's makes sausage rolls, homemade sausage rolls. That's probably why he's not streaming right now. But it'll be on the bit. On the bit. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that. The way we're playing when that's sustainable, yeah, exactly. It's not sustainable at all long term. It's not. It's just, goals wise it's sustainable, but defensively definitely not. Like it's gonna cost us at some point, and especially with a game on the weekend at Sunderland, we gotta be careful because Sunderland recently have been playing very well. Obviously Bournemouth are down 2-0, obviously, and then they came back to win 3-2 at home. Liverpool almost got a win there, so they're playing very well right now. I'll be good to take them seriously because like this isn't going to be an easy game for us at all. So they were thinking that it's going to be a very simple 5-0 win. No, it's not. Like Sunderland are where they are for a reason. And bought very well in the summer. Spent a lot of money in the summer on a lot of different players. I think that's the most important. It should be respected for what they're doing, but we've got to at least go there, especially at home as well tomorrow, put performance in that's worthy of winning the game, but also seeing out the game as well. That's what we've got to do. Did a much better vibes, definitely. The way it was bouncing because it's not getting a trip at home games yet. It was definitely. I did hear a lot of the way in as well. It was good scenes there. There he is. His sausage rolls.
Have you seen the picture of them?
It looked very good. Yeah, they're very good. Yeah. The sausage roll watched while we were on the stream, but hey, I thought, hey, I'll tell you where he's gone.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, I've decided to make some homemade sausage rolls tonight. I thought I'd get a bit festive. Do you know what? They haven't turned out bad.
Pretty good for a first. Is that first try?
Yeah.
First try, yeah. First try, yeah. No, it's well, we were just chatting a little bit about the game. I mean, as Darsh put it earlier on, right? Those last two games have aged me as well. Like, then again, I've been aged a lot by QPR, Villa. I've been aged quite a lot already by City, but these last two games, mate, have been so intense when they really shouldn't have been at all. That's the issue I've got. Like, I get intense games against teams like Sunderland. Let's say Sunderland obviously are playing well right now, and it's a very intense game, and you find a way through. I understand that, but when Liverpool's not even playing like that well in comparison to what it should be, it should. And you win in 5, obviously by 5-1 up. Leeds, you win at home 2-0. You shouldn't be having to come back that way. Hold on.
The problem is we're getting ahead, like quite comfortably ahead. Like Leeds game went 2-0 up pretty early on. I think we were 2-0 up within the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's a bit sort of. There's a positive that you can take away from that is the fact that we are scoring plenty. But it seems to be a bit of a habit that we saw last season, where we were scoring, like we were getting ahead of ourselves. You know, we were looking comfortable, and then we come out the second half and we absolutely capitulate.
Yeah,
it seems to be a reoccurring thing. Now, when we went into the Fulham game in the second half, for the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of the second half, I actually thought we were looking quite comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, we were 3-1 up, then we went 4-1 up, then we went 5-1 up, and I thought, you know what, 55 minutes in, something like that, I thought, you know, we're looking okay. I'm quite confident. And then that kind of started the downfall, and it was like, I don't know whether it was complacency. I don't know what it was. I don't know whether the players just took their foot off the gas a bit because, you know, they were 5-1 up. Like, what we need to take away from this is not take your foot off the gas when you're 5-1 up. Go for 6, go for 7, go for 8.
See it out. Yeah, manage the game better if you need to as well. I mean,
and game management, game management's a huge part of it.
I've been saying that for a while.
The concerning thing for me, though, and I said this to you before off air, was that we've got the best goalkeeper, the best shot stopper in world football.
Yeah,
we used to have a habit of flooding the box with defenders in the hope that it doesn't make it through to the goal because Ederson wasn't very good at making saves. We don't have to do that now. We've got an elite shot stopper who isn't seeing the ball until late because the box is crowded and he's only seeing the ball when the ball passes the defenders.
Yeah.
So he's having to preempt where he thinks the ball's going to go and throw his hands in that area. Now, nine times out of 10, that's just not going to work.
No. So
when a player gets the ball on the edge of the box, you need to be closing the man down. It's just. Have I frozen, by the way?
You have a little. Oh, you're back now. You're back now.
You know, get out of the box, close the man down. Like, I'm more than happy to let Donnarumma make a save, but at least let the man see the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, do you know what? Before we get on to obviously the Fulham game, we'll talk about the Leeds game initially as well. I think that's worth going into that as well. I mean, for me, the defending in that Leeds game, second half, I was baffled. As centre back, right? Why on earth, right, is the right back running into centre back when all he's got to do centre back is hold the ball off Donnarumma to come and collect it from Calvert-Lewin gets it. It's a simple collection, and you throw it out for the midfielder, and you build from there. Why the fuck is the right back running over to try and block it? It just ends up pinging the ball off his body legs into Calvert-Lewin's path, and then suddenly it's 2-1. Why are you in that position in the first place? I have no idea. Don't be wrong, right? It's been a very good season. It's a very good season. I think it's been brilliant. But he's not a right back, and you can see he's why he's not.
The thing that worries me about him is, yes, he's had a good start to the season.
Yep.
But he's got errors in him. He's got bozo moments in him. Almost every single game that I watch him play, he will at some point during that game make a bozo moment. Whether that leads to a goal or do you know what I mean? Like, he's got a bozo moment in him every single game, and that makes me feel nervous. I don't know if you remember. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Back in the day when we had Kolo Touré at centre back.
Yeah.
Kolo Touré, there was a period, I'm pretty sure it was like the last year or second to last year that he was with us. And there was a really long period during that season where every time he got the ball, I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And that's how I feel with Núñez. If someone's taking him on, or if he's got the ball and, you know, in our own half, I just don't feel comfortable with him having the ball. I don't feel comfortable with him defend. Like, it doesn't matter what he does. I just don't feel comfortable with him there. Like, whereas if you were to put Husinov out on the right, I would be more than comfortable.
Yeah, and I think
I'm quite comfortable with O'Reilly playing at left back. I know he might make a mistake. I know, you know, he's young, and, you know, sometimes the pressures might get to him. But generally, if he gets the ball in his own half, like by the byline or whatever, like, I'm quite comfortable that if he goes and tries to take on his man or make a pass, that it's going to be the right pass or he's going to make the right decision.
Yeah.
Like with Núñez, I just don't feel that. Even when there's nobody around him and he's looking to play the ball back, I don't feel comfortable with that back pass. Like, there's nothing that I feel comfortable with that he plays in the own half, in our own half. Like, I don't know why. I just don't.
I think it's something that's the thing. I think going forward, his quality of the crossing is very, very good. I think he's very good.
Oh, his crossing ability, he's absolutely fine. Got no problems with that.
It's like going forward. I think it's been great. Is it getting assists galore? You know, doing very well like that. Obviously, got a goal as well as well. I can't fault him going forward. I can't fault him at all. He's been very good this year. I don't think he's a bad player at all for our squad. I just think that he's not a right back. That's perfectly fine. Like, he's fine.
I'd be quite happy with him coming on as a right winger, maybe 60 minutes into the game to give Foden a rest or something like that. I'd be more than happy with that.
I mean, it's that the same. I think it's just that. It's just that I think once we get a right back in long term, we can play that position. It'll be a lot easier. I think that's the thing. I think that's me. Like, I'm not having a go at Núñez. Like, I get he's put there to sort of do a job, but he can do the best he can do, and he's better than he was last year at it. But it's not perfect, because I mean we know that, because unfortunately that's just how it is. Like, he's not a natural defender, is he? So no. It is. I think Diaz Vardiol. I think Vardiol second half he was terrible. I'm sorry. What the hell was he doing for that penalty? I have no idea. Like the tackle was all wrong. Like you could tell straight away. He went for it. He got it all wrong straight away. I thought, come on. It was too risky. Like the thing is, if you look at it as well, right? Calvert-Lewin wasn't even through there either. He wasn't even through on goal. Like it probably been either saved or caught by the keeper. But he went for a tackle for no reason. It got a penalty away. He didn't think. After we got a big up Steve, by the way. Big up Steve, I've been doing good, mate. A big up for Medible as well in the chat. Big up everyone well. I just feel like at the moment, like see these little errors in our game are holding us back. I don't get me wrong. Like, in terms of going forward, we are getting better. Like Phil Foden, obviously, we'll get to him in a little bit as well. Been playing brilliantly the last few games. Been doing very well. Yeah, even I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It was an obvious penalty. Like he missed it completely. Like, I'm sorry, right, but like as a defender myself, right, you don't do that unless you know you can win the ball. Don't go for a tackle. Don't in the box. Don't do it because it's a risk anyway.
What position did you play?
A centre back, me. Centre back.
I'd have put you more as a left back.
To be fair, I can play both fullbacks and centre back, but I haven't really got a lot of pace in me as much as I would do. But I could play
left back in the dressing room.
Probably, yeah. Me and right back with City, it's over. I'm getting that cooked every week on panel shows. Like fuck's sake.
I used to play for the local academy as a right back, and then as a kid, and then I decided that when I was growing up, I was actually quite good in goal. And I used to hate running, so I ended up being in goal and did all right.
Right back at home, yeah, probably. I wouldn't blame you. No, 2 left feet, and not as ideal for playing your team, probably. But no, it's just like I'm not like complaining, but it's more like if we're going for a league title, right? Is this what we're doing this season? With our current team, obviously players through the door, players out the door in January, probably depending as well. We these mistakes we got cut out because otherwise it'll cost us again another game, a draw, a loss. It'll happen again if we're not careful. And Sunderland are a good team. Sunderland are a good team this year. Like yes, they've dropped points here and there, but this is their first season back. I'm not about to every game.
Yeah.
But they're playing really well. What top 4 right now? I think top 5. But they're a team that are right now doing the business right now with that team they brought in. But it's a good team of good European players as well in there. I just think that if we're going to go into the games right and we've got a lead at half time, we've got to start being able to manage games better than this. Because even if that means you have to defend as a team, but don't crowd the keeper though. Don't crowd the keeper. Like the keeper, I trust to save shots.
Well, at the end of the day, look at it this way: coming from a sort of a goalkeeping background, that's where I played most of my football growing up. If you've got 4 or 5 defenders in front of you, first thing that I'm shouting is close down your man. Get out, get out, get out, close down your man. Because the last thing that I want is to restrict my vision of the ball. Now, if you've got 4 or 5 defenders in front of you, your vision of the ball is going to be very, very slim. You're not going to see much of it, if any of it at all. Yeah. And the other problem about that is a lot of players who are actually attacking, who have the ball on the edge of the box, will use those players as a guide.
Yeah.
So if they look and say, okay, well, the last man's in line with the post, then I know that I can play a curling ball just around that man, and the goalkeeper's not going to see it. So I've froze again, haven't I?
You have. Yeah, he's just doing that. Funnily enough, it looks so funny. It's funny.
I mean, it's perfectly centre. So
It's perfectly centered. It's amazing. I love that. It's like fair play camera for freezing at the moment. It's better than that than looking very weird. So I just full screen you.
no, don't do that.
Sorry, it's brilliant. Hold on. There you go. Oh, right. We're back in a bit. But yeah, no. Something I'm not sure how to do after promotion, but yeah, I agree. Still, I think I can't see him getting Champions League. In Europe, it would depend a lot on. It would depend a lot on obviously on when obviously they are obviously in the new year, especially with injuries as well. I think was it like 7 their players. I think AFCON. I think was it AFCON 7 their players. So it'd be interesting to see how they cope without those players. Definitely, it's be Hollandinho, fair play, striker. That was netball. Yeah, to be fair, I think my mum played netball, but obviously I think my cousin played it as well. But I don't know much about it. Obviously, I didn't see many of the games, but obviously I do know my mum played centre as well. And Shaq a bit of right for us. Yeah, he probably would have been. Yeah, I think any midfielder right now would be good for us. Right? I think any kind of midfielder with a little bit of physicality, with Jules right now would be good for us. I think, but yeah, as a wish, I think all of us would love right now. But unfortunately, it isn't to be until players get back from injury. Another Kung Fu chop, yeah, Kung Fu fighting and all that jazz. There he is.
Jesus Christ, computer.
Yeah, computer stinker and hurt tonight already. The World Cup draw. We'll make sure that towards the end. Well, I've seen the draw. I've seen who we've got. Is it Ghana, Panama, and is it Croatia? Should win that group, really. Should win that group of our players.
Croatia will be tough.
No, they'll be tough, but the other two, we should beat the other two. Ghana are not the same.
Panama and who?
Ghana.
Ghana are a good team, you know.
I think as long as we're not stupid, take everyone seriously, we should be fine. But it's just that I think you see who France have got? Senegal and Norway. Norway play France.
That's a tough group for Norway, that though.
Mbappe, Haaland, though. We will be there. We will be watching that game. That will be the game of the century. That'll be a 0-0 draw. It'll be a 0-0. I'm calling it that. It'll be the most boring 0-0.
France will smash them about 4-1.
No, Norway win. I reckon Norway win that game. You'll be surprised. I think they will. Haaland to dunk it up with Meccano and whoever said a Kunde. He's going to do it anyway. I've got no chance against him. For God's sake, that's brilliant, Dash. Taekwondo teachers. I guarantee you someone probably clipped that probably. But there we are.
I hope not.
Another clip. Add to the collection. To be fair, Sunderland did it tie towards the end of the Liverpool game, and obviously they didn't go for it. But the thing is, Sunderland will still be up for it on Saturday as well. Like, we can't just assume that they were going to batter them. No games guaranteed in Premier League. It's not. I've proven last 2 games.
Yeah.
Everyone you play has taken seriously. There's no easy game anymore. There's no easy game.
Yeah.
So there are people don't. Gibbs White, to be fair, I mean, will have him now? No. Will have him summer? Probably as an option in midfield. Definitely. I think we need. I think what we need right now in midfield is battlers, duelers. Like we haven't got enough of them right now. Or we've got Nico G, but Bernardo Silva's good first half, but that second half he's just going to sleep because his legs are gone. But we've got on the bench to sort of come on for him. Because Rico Lewis to me is it tall enough or physical enough to do that job? He should be, but he can't. But he can't. He's too small. That's the issue. Yeah. I just feel at the moment like I'm not panicking. I'm not like sort of losing my head or going panic stations. But it's just that if we're not careful, especially against like Madrid away, coming up and Palace away as well, is what I've suddenly
playing like we did the first half, we'll have no problems beating Madrid. Playing like we did the second half, we ain't touching them. Yeah,
so we'll get them on 2 legs time. Look, personally, to me, I think we'll win tomorrow. Personally, I do think we'll get the win tomorrow. Personally, I do think we will. But it's just that we've got to relearn how to manage games better. We got to. like you can't just like lose your heads as soon as I'm under pressure. Like, if you want to win trophies, if you want to win in the big games, you've got to manage games better than this. You can't. You like look. Don't be wrong, right? Did Fulham score a couple of goals? They did. Like, was it that Wobie was actually a good finish? Better around on defense and past the keeper. Some goals will go in that are really good goals. You can't help that. It is what it is. It happens in football. Some goals are bangers. You got to say it is what it is. But Donnarumma most of the time will concede goals that are screamers. It's going to happen because that's how it is. As keepers, like someone as good as him will have a lot of shots from outside the box taken against him because I know how good he is up close. I'm just seeing. Here we go. Kung Fu for Ivy.
Yeah, but the Kung Fu fighting song.
It's Kung Fu. I'm not gonna sing that because I'm gonna get copyright properly.
Yeah, but the lyrics match that.
Despite his PC was fast, he's a little bit from expectation. I do love Steve's mind. Well, a little bit of it, not the whole thing probably, but for God's sake, Dash is just Dash, man. Dash
he hasn't.
Dash DM'd me the picture. It's right. I won't share it around. It's fine. Dash, don't share that around. We've got enough of that already on Twitter with Bev. I'm not making more. All right, we're going to keep that one safe for him. But I want to get a bit more positive though. I mean, I think for me the attack. I mean, I think for me, there's one thing I'm happy with that Fulham game as well was Ryan Cherky's cameo that came on.
Yeah.
He settled it down a lot more for us that game. Like he came on, calmed it down.
He was telling the players off the ball. He was like, calm down, keep the ball. Like I haven't seen a player as young as him come into a team full of experienced players that have been there, done it before, and was telling them to calm their shit.
Yeah, that is something. That is something.
Like that is the makings of an elite player right there. To do that. To do that, like and calm everyone down. I mean, what the age? What at his age? What 21, 22?
22, I think.
Like came on, settled everyone down, kept the ball, nice few tidy passes, little flicks and tricks here and there, but nothing rash. Played a gorgeous little ball through to Gvardiol, who, to be honest with you, should have finished it.
Yeah, he should have done.
I was more than happy with his cameo. I think that deserves a start tomorrow against Sunderland, to be honest with you.
I think he should. Yeah, I agree. He should be starting tomorrow. I think Ryan did well. It was a good goal as well. It was a good finish as well. I thought Haaland was great, by the way. Haaland all-round game was very good on Tuesday. Great goal for 100th goal, by the way. I mean, there's a fifth, but it's tapping. The way he hit that first time, top left, beautiful goal.
I think, for me, it was nice to see him get a goal, but I think Reinders needs to be dropped.
Okay. How come?
I feel like, he played okay. He had a good cameo, but when they were on hitting us on the counter, he didn't really offer anything defensively. And I feel that, like Sunderland, the way that I've seen Sunderland play so far this season is they're very, very heavy on counter attacks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree with that.
So, for me, it would be Nico G, Bernardo Silva, and Foden in the mid.
That's fair, yeah.
I put Cherky out on the right.
Yeah. I think Cherky, for me, right, I think he has to get a run of games now. I think he's just playing at a good level right now. Well, against Leeds, came on, got winning assist for Foden's goal. Came on against Fulham and helped sort of slow the game down. I think, for me, he's coming into his own a bit now, isn't he? He's going to do a lot more. I think overall, I think he's starting to adapt to the league a bit more. He's sort of understand what he needs to do to improve. I think is he a perfect player? No, of course not. But he's 22. He'll only get better and better. And I think something like that in your squad's important. You can come on and sort of change the game up in a way because he can find those pockets of space like Foden can. And Foden's so good at sort of. I mean, you need players like Foden and Shirky with Haaland. You do. You need a couple of players to help sort of unlock the space, unlock the pockets, and that. And also as well, Doku as well. That game was very good as well. I mean, he's just that pass for Haaland's goal was brilliant as well. A little the pass the way you have to play that as well quickly to him.
Yeah, but fair play to Reinders for letting it go through his legs as well.
Yeah, it's just like the attack is definitely getting more fluid. I'm definitely seeing improvements in that area, which is good. But I think for me, what I'm worried about is when we take these leads and get these advantages, we don't know how to sort of just manage it and sort of see it out and see it through. Whereas before the break, we were doing that a lot quite well actually. Dortmund were doing it quite well. So what's happened? What's happened to this team in that period? Well, like now with Newcastle away, Leverkusen obviously was crap overall. It is what it is, but Newcastle particularly, Fulham and Leeds. What has happened between these games and Liverpool when all of a sudden it's been forgotten about? Why can't we manage games up better than this? It's a weird one. Next week, I think next week he's coming out, which we've got to listen to actually. Ron is struggling with that. To be honest, I think his goal scoring, I think, is definitely something that he can definitely sort of do a bit more of. I think he can't defend, and it is what it is. I think he's someone that can be better going forward. That's fine, but we've got to have someone who can do well going backwards and defending because Nico G, we can't make Nico G another Rodri, can we? We can't do that again to Nico. Like, I'm sorry, we can't just go through like one DM. Then we have to get another DM and then get back up DMs. Like, you can't keep doing this conundrum of constant conveyor belt of DMs because you can't get too fit.
It's quite concerning to me as well that like Rodri was out for basically all of last season and half a season this season. Like, whichever way you look at it, mate, that is concerning.
It is concerning because Rodri. I mean, again today, he's close. How close is he? What is going on?
Yeah. Personally, for me, I don't think we give Rodri a new contract. I think we let him go at the end of the season, with a year left on his contract, and we get some money for him.
Okay.
Because without sounding horrible, the guy's coming into how old is he now? Like 31?
Yeah, he's 29.
Well, he's coming into his 30s, and he's got one more big contract in him, if you're lucky. But with an injury like that, if you have an injury like that when you're younger, you can normally recover from it quite well. As soon as you start hitting your 30s and late 20s, like you're not the same.
It is a hard one. It is, Steve. It is conundrum because like it's just every time we get a DM, mate, to do back up for the other DM, that other DM gets injured, and then we've got to do the same again. It's like we can't have two DMs both fit at the same time.
Well, the other issue is if we do offer Rodri a new contract and he does stay, there's no point going into the market for another DM because then that DM will be third choice and never playing football.
That's a good point. It is a good point. But it depends, I think, because Virgil actually recovered pretty well from his. He actually did pretty well to recover from it. Some players are different. Some players are different. I think Virgil's ACL wasn't meniscus. It was just an ACL injury. So he was able to get back a bit quicker, I think. Not saying obviously straight away, but you could tell he was a bit more mobile with it than he wasn't obviously fully fit to begin with, but you could tell he was much more used to it and get back quickly, whereas Rory's a bit difficult for him.
Well, the other thing to consider about offering Rodri a new contract is he wants big money. Now we won't offer him big money if he's not going to be playing a lot of game time, or there is a risk that he becomes incredibly injury prone. We're not going to offer him a 3-year deal with £375,000 on the table if he plays 20-30% of games like John Stones.
Yeah. But Dash, I agree with that. The thing is, we can't give a new contract to someone who isn't fit to play. We can't. Like, if he comes back,
this is literally what I just said.
Yeah, like look, if he gets back fully fit, plays the rest of the season, does really well. Yeah, do it. But but the thing is, we got to see consistency. We got to see him available. We can't just have him like he's back and injured again for a few weeks. It's too up and down. And this is the thing. I'm starting to worry as well a little bit, Steve, because I'm being real. Because with some players, right, obviously like Florian Wirtz got ACL injury, but he came back because obviously he was quite young. He was quite young at the time, and he could obviously adapt quicker enough. Virgil van Dijk was at the same age as Rodri, but with his injury, it was a meniscus injury as well. It was a bit less serious than a tear. With Rodri, it was meniscus and ACL. It was both, which is massive. That's a massive injury back to come back from, by the way. Not simple to come back from at all. I'm wondering whether that injury, if it's generally just affected him mentally. I mean, look, don't be wrong, right? The guy's been unbelievable for us. I love him. Like, there's one thing I'll never forget Rodri, right? And what you also won't forget us is that I'll always love Rodri. For me, he's a legend in himself for the Ballon d'Or, for treble. He's a legend. Like, he has been there for 10 years, but some players just leave a legacy. Look, now, my hope is that he comes back, does really well, and gets back to form again. That's what I want. That's what we all want to see.
I would love Rodri to sign a new £400,000 a week deal. Like, but I need to know that his levels of fitness are going to be there for the next 3-4 years. I'm not going to. I'm at the end of the day, it's not my money. I don't really care. But at the same time, like, I don't want us to sign a player for the next 3-4 years on £400,000, and he plays 20% of games because he turns into a CDM version of John Stones.
Yeah, well, this is the cafe thing. Apparently, Madrid are apparently. Madrid are
well, if Madrid are after him, he's not going anywhere in the summer because Madrid only do deals on freeze.
Yeah, so they're going to happen.
They wait for people to run their contract down. They're sly like that. That's how they. And then what they do is they end up giving the player more more of an incentive to run their contracts down.
Dash, I agree.
Look at Konate now. Konate's into his last year, and then Real Madrid have turned around and gone, actually, yeah, we don't want him.
Yeah, rightly so. He's shit. He's so bad. He's terrible, mate.
Yeah, I know, but think how that player must feel.
Yeah. No,
I'm off to Madrid at the end of the season. They've promised me a deal, and then they've backed out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
And now that player is in shit street because Liverpool don't want to offer him a new deal because he's not been loyal to the club and wants to leave at the end of the season. And Real Madrid don't want him because he ain't good enough. So it's a bit tight, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I can't take it after the CDM crisis for next season. We have to sort it. I'm sorry, we can't keep doing this every year. At some point, we've got our 2 DMs that are both fit enough to play. We can't. I'm bored of it. I'm bored of having to wait around to have 2 midfielders that I can trust to sort of have in the team with DMs. I don't know why. Like, what was it? Rodri and Dino was the last 2 that we actually had that were both still fit enough to play. Them 2. That was it. That was the last 2 we had.
Oh, I think Nico G will become the full-time 6, and we'll get in a replacement to replace him.
Possibly, yeah. That's
what I think.
Yeah, big up DC as well. Big up, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. States. Well, I could play defensive midfielder, but I think for City, I'm trying to manage that play midfield. Bernardo Silva, stop running, Bernardo. You're not good.
To play to play that 6 position, you have to be like a master scanner because not only do you need to know who's in front of you, and to the left and right of you, you need to know who's behind you. Like you literally need to have 360 vision to play that position.
I'm not because obviously if people that coach me actually, I think well the ones I think at the club that coach the actual main team as well. So obviously, because obviously people know, so I used to play for the Saints disability team. So that's how I got into football locally. The people that often trained us were the ones that obviously were an actual part of the actual training team during the week with the first team. So I learned a lot from the actual defensive coaches. It was quite cool. And they told me that I actually was pretty good at passing. Well, in terms of shooting, I was all right at. It's more of like a Fernandinho shooter. Not all the time, but I could hit a screamer every now and again. But I was more of the passing kind of midfield, like a Rodri in that regard. And I think, it's one thing I've always said, someone said to me, like, if you're playing DM, you've got to be a good passer of the ball. You've got to be able to dictate the play, because if you haven't got that ability on you, you could be a tough tackling midfielder, like a Roy Keane, but you've got to have the ability to hold the ball up as well. You can't just do one thing or the other. You have to have a bit of both about you if you're going to sort of have that position. And I think if we're going to have
I was just going to say, you're right. The one thing for me which makes Rodri stand out from players like Declan Rice and Caicedo and all these other sixes, the one thing which separates him and makes him the best is that he reads the game perfectly off the ball, not just on the ball, but off the ball as well. So his movement into positions, his positional play is spot on. He cuts off the lines, so the passes through the lines isn't on. He slots himself back into centre back when someone goes forward. Like, just his all round positional play is what separates him from the rest. Because you look at Declan Rice, you look at Caicedo, all these players, like, they can pass. Like, they wouldn't be a footballer if they couldn't pass the ball.
No,
like,
yeah.
But the thing that separates him from the rest is his positional play off the ball, and that he knows where to be to stop the play advancing.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. I think it's I mean, it's why for me, I think, like, I think like every time, right, like we bring Nico G off, right, for some reason it's always like I go to shit, doesn't it? Like, as soon as we lose our defensive midfielder, it changes the game, and you can see why. Nico G, obviously last season, obviously was still learning his craft still with us, but you can tell he's come leaps and bounds already. Leaps and bounds already. He's already a better player already under us. Now I do think that I do think Rodri, I think, has helped in that regard for him. I think it has helped definitely. That's why I have faith with Rodri. Hope that he comes back fit and could get some team again. Hopefully we do, because I tell you, right, getting Rodri on that bench for the first time, will definitely be a big boost for us all, because it'd be good to sort of, even if he doesn't play to begin with, we've got him on the bench with the team. Then after that, we get him minutes on the bench. I don't mind, like, bedding him in the rest of this year, and then bedding him, and get him to the main team in the new year. We go from there. I'm fine with that, but we've got to start seeing that a lot more. We can't just keep hoping for the best and hope, one day we'll see him. Can we just see him soon, please? Like, right, I don't mind the bench. I don't mind it. Just please can we know that he's all right, rather than have to wonder if he's okay. Well, DC, I agree with you. I hope we haven't. I hope we see him soon. Like, I'm hoping it's it's just something negative. Hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully we're wrong. Hopefully, I'm begging that I'm wrong. I'm begging that I'm wrong on this on this stuff. But it's more what we're seeing at the moment, I think. It's something. I think all of us. I hope all of us on the same page that we will want Rodri to come back fit. We'll want him part of the team and also starting games, obviously. And look, we all agree that, I mean, when he's fully fit, Rodri starts with Nico G. That's not. I mean, or you play both the pivot, something like that, because that would work at the Bernabeu. That went brilliantly at the Bernabeu.
He's not going to be ready for the Bernabeu.
I'd laugh if he was.
I also don't think it's the time to play him. He's been out for basically a season and a half now. He's had very little game time in that time.
Yeah.
He's not playing tomorrow. Let's just put that out there. He won't even be on the bench. So for me, you don't play his first game back against the Bernabeu.
Do you love it? They're in Pep is trolling. Oh, it's all right. He's back now. It's all good. He's actually right the whole time. I mean, not knowing Pep right how much of a troll he is. I wouldn't try maybe if something like that. But yeah, it's Rodri is that he can get back. He can get back to his fast form. There's him far away now. What he's winning. But yeah, that's what I think. About hopefully he can. I think ACL injuries are hard to prove or hard to sort of predict. So hopefully he can get back to that level again. But I thought we'll have to see how it goes. Really. Bad Eastline's asking for a future injury. Yeah. Well, this thing, Rodri Eastline was iconic. Obviously, we did score goals, but it all depends on how his legs are. Yeah, I think obviously it is obviously proven that when you do obviously have a ACL injury or an injury like that, you're out for a year. It doesn't obviously affect your body that you aren't playing week in, week out football. So obviously you can be more prone to having injuries than you would be beforehand. So that could be an issue, but we'll have to see obviously on where he is. Obviously when he gets back fit. So comments or a Chinese. We're sausage rolls, mate. I think we're a Chinese tonight, mate. But anyone for Roger Return, probably Brentford. So 17th of December. So yeah, possibly. I mean, I can't see him playing against Real or Palace because they're two big games themselves. Two high intensity games. It would be very, very like a baptism of fire. In a way. I'm not saying Rodri can't play intensity, but you can't really be throwing Rodri back into a game like that. Something like a Leeds at home last week would probably be ideal, but it is what it is. You can't help obviously your parents at fit. I just hope that when he is fit, we find him a game like that where he can get into the team and sort of start playing a bit more because it'd just be nice to have a bench sort of appearance where you can sort of cross bench for about 10 minutes and sort of get a bit of game time. Just get himself back into the team and start playing more regularly. That's the hope anyway. That's the hope anyway. But hopefully when he does come back, we don't start playing him week in, week out again. Like obviously you have to see a long-term aim, of course, but don't overdo it too much. Like just play him a little bit. Obviously, it's a build up from there. Obviously, 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. Obviously, the game's go by. Maybe one whole half. Just start getting him up the speed because we don't want to be rushing this guy back out again and suddenly he's injured again. Because as we all know, it just gets a little bit, as another setback, and exactly how long again, and how long he'll out for again. So it's all down to Pep managing his obviously his injuries, I think. So that's hopefully obviously what we'll see. But can't obviously guarantee what Pep will do really. Obviously when it comes to Rodri, but hopefully he'll listen this time hopefully and sort of give him that time to sort of bed back into the team again. But I think another thing as well. I mean, I'll ask you guys as well on this. I mean, the team tomorrow, especially obviously the last two games that you've seen. Do you play the same team as Fulham tomorrow, or do you change it up? Now, obviously, Ryan's obviously mentioned before that Ryan's obviously people would like to see him dropped, obviously for maybe like Shirky, so I understand that. But would you also play a similar sort of structured team? Because obviously going forward and got a lot of goals, or would you like something a bit more, maybe a bit more attacking in other areas? Would you a bit more structure? I want to sort of see where everyone's heads are on that because obviously we're at home this time. Obviously, but Sunderland obviously are a bit more of a counter-attacking team, so they're much more used to playing on the counter-attack, obviously, and defending a bit more away from home than they would be at home. How would you guys like to see? Would you like to see a bit more of an attacking team, or would you like to see a bit more of a structured team? Just obviously let us know in the comments if you can. And can he be reception like in terms of injury? Yeah, no, he will. He definitely will get a good reception when he comes back. Hopefully, he'll get that reception soon. Hopefully, he'll get that. Hopefully, gets Brentford. Like Dash said, but it's obviously it is all down to. It is obviously all down to Pep obviously and obviously the hello. It's obviously down to Pep and the medical staff. We're Gahey to sign him. I think he would be actually. Do you know what it is? I actually wouldn't mind Gahey coming in. I think if Stones or Ake was to leave, I would not mind Gahey coming in to replace him. I think he definitely would be a good option to sort of. I wouldn't say be a starter, but he definitely would be a player to sort of come in and do a good job. And sort of be a good homegrown option in the team that can sort of come in and do a good job off the bench. Obviously, good job in like the cup games and that, and sort of being a reliable player. That's what we need. The defense needs a bit rotational, conceding 4. So to me, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I think I get that. I think obviously up front. Well, the Premier League, obviously, you always have to play tough opponents no matter what. So you can't obviously think, oh, but what about this player they're playing against? At the end of the day, right? Christopher Stowe should be good enough to do well in the game anyway. So it should be good enough. But it's obviously all down to how we sort of cope with the game, obviously, and manage the game out. So obviously, I'll see obviously Christopher play, but we'll see obviously what Pep decides to do on that one. I've been playing transition ball this season, so it's like just have a structured defensive system against them. Yeah, I agree with that. I probably would say it should be a bit more structured and a bit more regimented than it would be in a previous game. I think Sunderland, especially if they're doing a counter-attacking system, I can see us play a bit more possession based this time, maybe compared to before, and then maybe go a bit more counter-attacking later on. Because I think if we are going to play a more counter-attacking style like Linders is bringing into the team, then I wouldn't be surprised if we start using that kind of counter-attacking system in the first half and then going into a more possession-based controlled second half. So I wouldn't mind doing that if that helps the team defend better and manage the game better, because we've got to start managing games better. If we are leading away from home or at home, no matter where we're playing against, we've got to be able to stop the opposition sort of breaking us or and sort of getting into us if we just sort of start playing a more controlled way. So if that means we start playing a bit more control, obviously second half, a bit more counter-attacking first half, just try and use the Linders style with Pep's. Try and use both styles. So that way, in a game, we can sort of manage it better rather than having to play one style all the way through. Just find a way around it if possible. That's what I want to say anyway. Yeah, I mean, about you, mate. But I was asked to chat. Do you want to see a changed team against Sunderland, or would you like to see a similar team against Sunderland?
So I don't know if you want to get up a
Or
but I'll tell you what I'd have.
Right. I will share the screen. Right. You're good?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the team we played. Fulham, was it, I think? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd be playing. I can't see because Darsh's comments.
Apologies, Dash. Oh, there you are. There you are. Right, there you go.
So I'd have Donnarumma. I'd have the same back four.
Yep.
I would put Foden instead of Reinders. And then I'd swap Reinders with Cherky.
Yep.
That's what I'd have.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with that. I think this is the kind of game where I think Sunderland are going to be a bit more robust. I think Ballard, especially Ballard, are going to try and harm out the game. Maybe a physical. So we're going to have these technical players around him that are going to sort of be able to find him in the pockets of it. So I think that's what I go with as well, because change. I know people say about playing Hussenov and Stone, but I think the thing is, I don't think the back four really are the issue for me. There are mistakes in this back four, but I wouldn't say that they're a bad back four. You know what I mean? They're not a bad back defense and keeper. It's not that bad. I just think that we've got to be a bit more. We've got to be a bit better at protecting the back four, or when they're countering us, because at times, right, when this guy's out of the team, we look like a whole different team.
Yeah,
and that's worrying.
Yeah, it is.
Because again, I'll tell you one player. Obviously, let's say he's out of the team, right? Let's say obviously we had him fit right now, mate. Then I'll go with that. A bit more controlled.
I'd like that.
If he was fully fit, mate, he'd be perfect right now for Fulham Leeds. He would be ideal. He comes in, see out the game, no issues, control the ball. That's right now what we need right now. Someone like that in the squad who can sort of come in and sort of say, right, don't worry, lads, we're up 2 or 3-0. Let's not fuck around. Let's get the result. That's what we need to see.
Can it auto pre-fill Sunderland's lineup?
Right. Well, I'll be real. I mean, probably like that team. To be fair, I mean, it could be like someone else there, but let's just say that's a team. Let's just say. Now, to be fair, be physical, Robbie. Be physical.
So they play with two strikers, so that's going to be interesting.
Mukiele is a decent right back, and also Ronaldo's a good fullback, centre back. To be these four are very physical players.
Yeah,
like this back four is easy to beat. By the way, they're not. Like I know Bournemouth scored 2 goals past them, but they're not a bad. This is not a bad keeper and back four.
No,
they're pretty good. And Xhaka, sneaky midfield against our midfield is going to be a good fight, I reckon. Xhaka versus Nico G. I'll be an interesting fight. But also it's great, mate. This is a game, mate. Tell me as well, mate. Do you right now? Is it a goal at Anfield? A goal at Chelsea? He's a good player.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like I do watch Sunderland obviously this season, and I've got to say that they're playing at a level that I think is surprising everyone. They're not playing at like a Wolves level where they're sort of trying to hold on and try and get draws. They're actually going for wins.
Yeah,
going for it. And like I can't see them getting like top 5, top 6, but if they get like top 10, mate, that's brilliant from them. It's brilliant. Like to stay up and get top 10 would be unbelievable anyway.
Yeah.
Team. But if they keep adding, this is the thing, mate. If they keep adding to this team, mate, and get better players through the door, mate. Oh my god! Imagine this team like a year or two.
Mm.
Like, bear in mind, like Ballard's been in since what, like League One day, I think, League One Championship days. He's been in since like two of their players have been there since the very start, mate, of the rebuild.
Yeah.
So it just shows, right, that their squad still has the players like that who have obviously been there the longest.
Mm.
And also, as well, another player as well, not just Lefay. Is this guy here as well, mate? This guy here, mate, as well. Isidore. This guy is a good player. Very good player. He's not like someone that I wouldn't say he's like a Semenyo, but like he can sort of move and run quite fast. He scores some very good goals. And off the bench as well against us, with a lot of pace as well, obviously against tired legs. They've got options on the bench, Sunderland. I think if we're not careful, if we take our chances when we get them, it could be a long day. So what we got to do tomorrow is take them seriously and get the job done tomorrow.
Mm.
I think how you do it. Just get the win.
I couldn't care less if it was 1-0 at this point.
Yeah.
What I don't want to see is I don't want to see another 3-2 or 5-4. I want to see it not concede stupid goals, preferably a clean sheet, and just see the game out. Even if it's 2-0, I'll take that.
Yeah, no. I agree with that. You know, it just needs to be just a standard good performance. Just not overcomplicate it, not too stupid. Just get the result. Just get the result. That's all what matters in the day. Like I'm not here to demand like a 7-1 win. Obviously, maybe I'll score 5 again. But if we're gonna score 5, don't make it 5-4. As well as being 5-1-up. Like if we had won 5-1 on Tuesday, right? Imagine the narrative, and imagine like the difference in how we try that game compared to how we are right now.
Mm.
It'll be a whole different reaction, a whole different reaction.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that those goals were conceded, mate. It's when it happened. It baffles me how we sort of allow that to happen, too often, man. But yeah, look, obviously won the games. That's the most important thing. But I just hope we just don't resort back to that, to playing sort of a boring way to try and manage it. Like just you can still play a good brand of football without being overcomplicated, without overdoing the management. You can still manage the games better than that. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'll also chat as well a bit in terms of predictions for tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win. 3-1. Like Don't overcomplicate it. I think they'll score a goal because Sunderland are a good team. Scoring goals this season. I just think that as long as we get our goals and don't capitulate, just get the result. That's all I want. That's all I want.
I'm going to say 4-2.
4-2. Okay. To be fair, I did say 4-2. I thought I'll go 3-1, but 3-1, 4-2, which probably either way because Sunderland, I think, should be respected a lot more by some people this year. They are a decent team this year. 2-1 City, yeah, that's fair enough. But exactly, Steve. Just win the bloody game. 3 points on the board. That's all I want to see. Yeah, that's all I want to see at the moment. And if we could get just good 3 points, get them on the board, and just ensure that we sort of see it out and just get. Cause I think Arsenal play before us tomorrow night against Villa tomorrow night. They Villa part early doors tomorrow. So we have to make sure. I think obviously if I get the fixture, I'll get the fixture up quickly. Hold on. So let's have a look. Right. So fixtures. So hold on. So obviously tomorrow's game. Obviously we play. Obviously, a Villa away. Obviously, Villa away for Arsenal tomorrow at 12:30. So if Villa can get a result tomorrow, if it's pressure on us, obviously has to get the result tomorrow. But we can. That could be a draw tomorrow, and we get a win. That's what is it? 3 points at that point. So it's all down to us tomorrow to sort of get our result tomorrow. Either they lose or draw or win, just whatever happens there, get your win tomorrow. That's all it matters. At the end of the day, right? Who cares in the day? Obviously, we ideally like to have to drop points, but we still need to get our game won. That's the prerogative. Okay, obviously it's still December. Obviously, it's still in title race season yet, but we've got to do a job tomorrow. That's the main thing. Do our job tomorrow and get it done. So that's all I want to see. I'll have to pick up off. 3-0. I mean, I'll take 3-0. I take a 3-0. I take whatever. I think just any kind of like positive win, a positive result. It's good to me because, I mean, looking at obviously our December run along, hold on. Look around. I'll run quickly. Look. Right, looking at the rest of our run for December. Right, obviously, I'm going to ask you as well, mate. So we have got 6 more games for the rest this year before the start of New Year. Now we've got 3 away games and 3 home games. Now we've got obviously got Sunderland tomorrow, Madrid away, Palace away, and we've got Brentford, West Ham, and Nottingham Forest. Now I'll ask you, mate, out of those 6 games, how many wins should we get out of those 6 games?
4.
4. Okay. Do you see us dropping any points? Well, obviously you do. But what game do you see drop us points?
I see us beating Sunderland.
Yep.
Losing to Madrid.
Okay.
Losing or drawing with Palace because our home form is shocking. Our away form is shocking.
Yeah.
I see us beating Brentford, beating West Ham, and beating Forest.
Cool. I think we'll beat Sunderland. I think we'll draw with Madrid. Palace, I think we'll get a result actually at Palace. I think we will. I think people will be surprised, but I think we'll get a 2-1 win there. I think. But maybe I think we're trying to get. Is that positive? Yes. Is it realistic? Unrealistic? We'll see. I mean, we can win.
I mean, it's technically realistic to say that we could win every single one of those games.
Definitely, yeah.
But definitely. It's also realistic to say that based on the form, on our form and the amount of goals we conceded in the last 2 games, that we could lose 3 or 4 of those games.
Yeah.
Like Brentford's not an easy game. Forest away is not going to be an easy game. Real Madrid's not an easy game. Palace away isn't an easy game. Sunderland tomorrow is not an easy game.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, and it's true, 1 game at a time, but it's more just to sort of like see the rest of our games the rest of this year or anything. But yeah, I think I'll go for that. Obviously, well, I think we'll leave it there anyway as well. Obviously, we'll discuss obviously what we can. I think it's all about now at this point. it's all about now just getting your results. 3 points. Like obviously, I'll play tomorrow at Villa. Whatever happens there happens. Like, but either way, whatever happens at Villa Park, you win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, if Arsenal lose, but we lose, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, right? You've got to get your result either way. You can't just focus so much on hate watching Arsenal.
If Arsenal lose, though, you want to be capitalising on that.
Exactly, but you still got the priority should always be get your win either way. So if they win tomorrow, you've still got your win. It's still 5 points. So
well, yeah, like that well-beast knobhead on X put a post out saying, "Oh, do you think Sunderland could get the win against City?" So I just wrote a comment being like, "Well, I'm not being funny, yeah, but focus on yourselves." You know, all these deluded Arsenal fans are sat on Twitter saying how they're the best team in the Premier League. So why do you give a shit whether you want us to win or lose? At the end of the day, if you're the best team in the league, then you're going to win your own games, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So stop. Stop saying, "Oh, City going to lose this game." Like, if you're so convinced that you're the best team in the Premier League, why do you care what other teams are doing?
Exactly. Yeah. Mate, honestly, right? This is why we focus on our own clubs. Like, we don't sit here and glaze other clubs because to get views. Like, it's not. People do that, right? Look, do what you want to do, but like, in my opinion, you're wasting your own time because in reality, you're saying things that you obviously don't agree with. You're just doing it just for the clout. At the end of the day, we know ourselves, right? A title race, nothing is decided at all in December anyway. It's all about getting your results, getting your 3 points, and keep moving. It's that simple. Exactly. We say it every year, don't we? We're involved in a title race. Nobody cares about us until we win the race.
Yeah.
So, because I guarantee you, mate, if Arsenal lose tomorrow and we beat Sunderland and suddenly it's 2 points, you'll start seeing 115 around again. You'll start seeing it and hearing it again.
Of course it will.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I think we'll leave it there anyway. But a big everyone, obviously, for tuning in for this little Friday evening stream. Hopefully, obviously enjoyed it as well. We'll be back to discuss this game, obviously, before. Because I think we'll have to do a Madrid preview in its own right. I think Madrid has to be its own stream because that's a whole different game. It's a big game, and we've got to discuss as well. Obviously, last year we did too much long for that. Last year we lost both of them, so it was
doing it this year.
No, we're not. No, we'll obviously, we'll discuss it obviously in the stream afterwards, but we're not doing that again. Excuse me.
100% loss rate when we've done a watch along, so absolutely no chance we're doing that.
Well, Brendan watch alongs back for the World Cup for little games here and there. Not for every game. We're not doing that, but like. For little games here and there, if I want to sort of chill.
Yeah, we're not going to do like England games and stuff like that because we actually want to watch those games.
Yeah, I'm not. I want to go. I'm not doing that. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm quite happy to do like I don't know, Panama, Ghana, or something like that.
Yeah, because you know what it is, right? Those kind of games I actually quite enjoy because like they're different games to what you expect to watch anyway.
It also depends what time of the day that they're on.
Officially. Do you want the timings for it as well? It came up.
If England are playing at like 2 a.m., they can get stuck if they think I'm watching that.
No, 2 o'clock, right? The bloody pub gardens, mate. Everyone's watching bloody England at 2 in the morning.
I could not care less about watching England versus Panama at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, mate. Absolutely no chance. Could not care.
So these are the World Cup times. That mirrored the Club World Cup. So 5 p.m. UK, 8 p.m. UK, 11 p.m. UK, 2 a.m. UK. So 4 games. So 3, to be fair, 3 you can watch probably, let's say. In a normal.
Speak for yourself.
2 then. 2 for you, because obviously.
I'm not starting to watch football at 11 p.m. No chance.
It's City, though. Oh, well, that's fine.
If it's City, it's a different story. I can give a shite what England do.
Watching Tommy Tuchel at 2 in the morning.
Oh, I tell you what, if you want one way to put you to sleep, just watch an England game during the World Cup. Christ, that's the best medicine going. Tuchel ball's awful.
Yeah, honestly, look. Well, what we'll do, right? I know obviously the group draw came out. We'll wait till after March when they do the qualifiers, because I'm not doing the whole who could it be. I'd rather just them qualify everyone first, then we can sort of do a proper like group stage reaction and discussion, because I know they're out, but it's like I like to discuss each group a bit more in depth and be a bit more analytical, because I think I've always found local groups very interesting, especially this year being obviously the first time it's bigger as well. Obviously, it's 48 teams, so there's a bit more to sort of look at as well. So we'll wait till March to discuss obviously the World Cup. Obviously, it's a bit nearer to the summer as well. But yeah, but big up everyone obviously for tuning in. I really do appreciate all the support so far as well. I know I haven't done a lot of stream recently, but as I said, obviously a lot of charity work recently as well from my fellow co-host next to me. He's been working very hard, obviously, on doing a teddy bear charity donation, which has been brilliant. 150 teddy bears, is it?
Yeah, 150.
So 150 teddy bears and that, and obviously donations as well was obviously coming in as well. Obviously for the second part, which obviously as I said before at the start of the show, we'll obviously discuss that and release information about that in the new year. I think Christmas is it was a hard time. Well, busy time of the year, isn't it? Like it was non-stop and that constant. If we're going to do a charity stream, we want to do a charity stream when all of us have got time to sort of put our effort into it and give our real one.
Got everything from pantomimes coming up to Christmas concerts at school to Christmas fairs to
that hours are in it. That hours are in overdrive.
I'm working overtime, I tell you.
So yeah, as I say, obviously, I know obviously, that's why I appreciate that he actually come on tonight to do a show. I do appreciate him for doing it now. I know you always will do when you can, mate, and I do appreciate that.
Of course, I'll always try and make time once a week to come on if I can. Try and get on twice a week if I can. It's sometimes I just need to just relax and unwind.
Yeah, that's why I said that. So I said today, obviously, you might get a little like solo one every now and again if I can't get a guest on, but that it all depends on like news and stuff that's on with City and not doing well.
Of course.
But that's more for like the stuff we'll announce the new year anyway. But we'll get to that anyway. But big up everyone obviously for tuning in and sort of commenting away. Steve, Ash, DC, Formidable, and Kathy as well, and everyone in the chat who's been tuning in, Dash as well, Rajak as well. Everyone who's been very supportive of what we do in this channel. We're back again. Post Sunderland, probably pre-Madrid. Monday, probably, depending on when we're both free and what's going on Monday, or we'll work it out. We'll work out a time. We'll let you guys know, obviously, when it happens. But so everyone, have a good evening. Come on, City tomorrow because Sunderland. Let's get the win. Let's get the 3 points, and let's build on the last few games. And please don't make it a heart attack game, City. A simple game. We win 3 points, please, and a clean sheet, please. A clean sheet would be nice. Come on, City till we die. Let's go. Come on, lads. Have a good evening.